This chapter is over an hour and 16 minutes long, but I do think it's interesting as speculation. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. I won't put a whole bunch of comments on it, but I will point out things that are similar so that maybe it might make some sense. But there won't be any other comments. Okay. Anyway, Kolbrin Bible, Book 5, Chapter 34. It seems to cover the whole 18th dynasty. And the 18th dynasty is classified as the first dynasty of the New Kingdom period. It boasts several of Egypt's most famous pharaohs, including Tutankhamun, the Thutmose dynasty for the 4 pharaohs named Thutmose. Its famous pharaohs of that dynasty include Hatshepsut, Akhenaten, his queen Nefertiti, and then there was King Nefertiti, which I assume they believe is the iconic Queen Nefertiti. MAN 3411. Where today are the rulers and princes this land once knew? Where are similar officials to be found? Today bribery creeps behind the seats of judgment, corruption lurks on the right hand, and perjury sneaks around to the left. What of the flow of fine words that accompany a magistrate to his seat of appointment? What have these noble utterances become but a more meaningless babble? Yet are they not a glorious thing, capable of moving the hearts of men with their inspiring message of hope and the ultimate attainment of justice? Let them be recorded for all time. MAN 3412. He who is pure of hands comes forth. He utters the words that have come from the temple of Mot. Those with panther skins bear the symbols of authority. These words are spoken. You are the ever faithful servant of truth, the humble one who begs her for guidance. You are not the Lord of justice, but one who ever seeks it with humility and perseverance, praying it will bless your decisions. You are henceforth one whose words are heavy with authority, whose eyes see without prejudice, and whose ears are closed to intolerance. Your thoughts are clear and clean. Your heart is pure. It is free of all malice, and to you a vindictive verdict will be an abomination. The mantle of wisdom rests on your shoulders, and the robe of learning is your garment. Your tongue is the servant of truth, and the sword of justice. Your mouth is a shrine of honor, and the cave of retribution. Your heart is the temple of purity, and the storehouse of wise judgments from the past. MAN 3413. Justice will ever be your guiding light and rule. It will lead you even to the appointed place before the mother of the king. Wherever you go, uprightness will take command. You will wield the sword of justice without fear. You will bear it before the sight of all men. You will carry it to the rich and powerful, to the poor and lowly, without discrimination. You will strike down all merchants of falsehood, all fork-tongued deceivers, all who bear false witness or break the statutes of the king. Let wickedness perish in the sands. MAN 3414. Justice is not a thing less than the measure, but that which fills to overflowing. It exceeds the bounds of mortal requirements. It endures everlastingly, and is not denied one who is entombed. It passes over with the spirit to bear witness. It is the great brightener. It is not a thing bought and sold. Justice cannot be bartered. MAN 3415. Be ever above price, one worthy of the greatness you reflect on earth, one ever above mundane things. Be not as the ferryman who demands payment before his task is fulfilled, who bears upon the water the man who makes payment, and no other. Be as the sun, whose brightness seeks out every nook and cranny, and pours light into their hidden gloom. Be one who shines among men to lighten their days. Spread uprightness and honesty across the two lands, as the sunshine spreads brightness and warmth. Cover the land with goodness, as the rising waters cover it with fertility. Fill the land with strength, as the north wind fills it with contentment. MAN 3416. Guard your heart as a father guards his daughter, as a mother guards her baby, for it is the stronghold of integrity. Be vigilant concerning every deed, for the eyes of men are ever upon you. The life you live is not yours alone. You are the image which men will imitate, and you are before every eye. The blowing wind will open its ear at your windows, and spread wide its report. The flowing waters beside your door will uncover their eyes and carry what they behold through the land. Your position makes you a supporting pillar of the government. If the pillars be rotten, the roof crashes. Your responsibilities will beset your life with care. The road you journey is stony and encompassed with pitfalls and thorns. The cup you drink will be more often bitter than sweet. MAN 34:17. Though you will judge all men impartially, do not, in your diligence, incline towards the poor and unprotected, because they are such. Your duty is to see that all things are done according to the statutes of the king, in the manner in which they have been done previously. You are not wise enough to set aside the wisdom of the past. Every man must be dealt with as though he stood before you naked and unknown. Let he who is permitted entry into your courtyard be as he who is left standing outside the gate, and your decisions must be given with indifference as to whether they serve him well or ill. MAN 34:18. Such were the words uttered at the installation of an official empowered to give judgment. In other days, such words were honored and adhered to. Now they are ignored. Now justice lies buried in a tomb of past precedents, swathed in mummy bandages of formality. It consists of the impartial, heartless administration of the recorded statutes, rather than the redress of injustice. Where has the glory gone? All is lifeless. All is dead. The hands that guide are dead. The hands that rule are dead.